Yo, what's up, everybody? Hey, JD, you back? All right, about to get started here. $10? Okay, appreciate it. All right, y'all, forgive me for the delay. Let's go ahead and get started. What's up, Panther fans? Welcome to another edition of the Four-Man Rush. I'm your man, Kevin Avery, a.k.a. 4MR underscore Country Kev. Coming to you all after a tough Week 8 loss at Atlanta. Final score in overtime was Atlanta 37, Carolina 34. Probably one of the best games I've seen in quite a while. The Panthers played. Definitely hated the results, but just as a football fan, definitely enjoyed, seeing our team shake off a slow start, overcome, trade blow for blows with a divisional rival that they place. And we just unfortunately just came up short. It's just me tonight because the fellas, had other commitments, but I had to hold you guys down and make sure we give you guys the platform that we put together so that you can be able to, speak with us, share with us, let us know what you think, how you feeling and everything. So, the game, as you know, was very controversial. It's so much to break down. Most notably, the DJ Moore celebration penalty that moved the extra point back, extra 15 yards, which was missed by Panthers kicker Eddie Pinheiro. And then in overtime, after a big interception return by C.J. Henderson to set the ball up on the 15, he then again proceeded to miss a chip shot 33-yard field goal. Atlanta got the ball, drove down, got in the field goal range. Their kicker, Koo, kicked the game-winning field goal. But overall, though, I mean, this game was just, like I say, got out to a slow start. But, Carolina, I just like the energy and the vibe of this team right now. I like the fact that with, Steve Wilkes, at the helm, it seems like the team is just they're playing to their strengths more. I know the team is 1-2 since Wilkes has taken over, but you can just tell by the way that the players are out there. You can tell they're really playing more with purpose, with more determination, with more just enthusiasm out there on the field. It's like all of a sudden football is fun again for them. But definitely though, when looking over some of the opening stats here for the game, I mean the Panthers led in pretty much a lot of the statistical categories here. Total yards, Carolina 478, Atlanta 406. We won a turnover battle. We forced 2 turnovers. They forced 1, 2-1. Time of possession, well, in overtime, they did edge us out 36 minutes, 34 seconds, over 31 minutes, 31 seconds. We had more first downs, 23 first downs to Atlanta's 21. But as you know, the game is decided by, just factors that just don't show up on the stat sheets. But overall, though, I just like the way that the team just displayed a lot of heart and a lot of grit. Speaking from the offensive side of things, taking a look here. Let's start off with the quarterback play of P.J. Walker. Now, rough, ugly first half. Cannot dismiss that. He missed at least 2 wide open touchdowns in the first half. He missed a pass that would have set up a first down inside the red zone. He was just off for whatever reason. I know a lot of people were calling for Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold to come in, to the game where Sam didn't even dress. So, Baker Mayfield to come into the game. But I just kept telling everybody, like, yo, this is a game of 2 halves. But as far as the overall numbers, P.J. Walker was 19 for 36, 317 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Had a passer rating of 80.4, but only had a QBR rating of 29. When I look at the play of P.J. Walker, I just see that a guy that plays beyond the stats. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, definitely got to execute. I'm not absolving him of the misses that were made. But I just really feel like that he's just really learning to play into his own. Let's take a quick look here. So, like, with the Panthers on the first downs, Panthers had 12 passing first downs with P.J. Walker out of 23 total. And I just think that, seeing the conversions on third down where it was 5 of 13. Still a work in progress. But like I said, it's just basically a tale of two halves for PJ Walker here. I think that he's going to continue to get better, and I think he's definitely going to improve. Let's take a look here. Yep. All right. Sorry about that. I had a little freeze up on my end, but just overall, and right now I can't see you guys' comments that's going on, so I'm seeing if I can out here, get that worked out here for you. If you listen in the background, JD, I can't see the comments, so I don't know if that's something that you can help adjust here for me, because I definitely want to see what our fans have to say. I don't want to think I'm ignoring them by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, but with PJ Walker though, I just think that he's just going to continue to get better and improve. Oh, okay. Wow, he can't see the comments either. That's weird that you guys' comments are not coming up. Unless you're not leaving any, but that'll be a first. All right. So back to the stats on offense here. So we also had another strong running game from Dante Foreman. He had 26 carries, 118 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Again, I tweeted during the game, Matt Rule should have to forfeit the remaining $40 million that he's owed based on the fact that he did not play Dante Foreman. Through the first 5 games, he only had 6 carries. And in back-to-back games, starting up under Wilkes, he has had 100 yards, and he's just displayed an ability to, go inside and outside. He's looking just like the guy that came in and took over for Derrick Henry last year with Tennessee. Okay, there we go. Starting to see you guys' comments here. So yeah, definitely leave some comments for me because I love to answer you guys' questions. Appreciate that, JD, in the background. But yeah, definitely leave you guys comments so I can definitely be more than glad to discuss with you whatever it is that you want to express here tonight. But yeah, so with Dante Foreman, he pretty much was, like I said, led the rushing charge. Overall, the Panthers rushing had a total of 169 yards. The rest of the rushing stats, Spencer Brown came in, had some nice carries, 6 carries for 27 yards. PJ Walker's, believe it or not, as athletic as he is, he doesn't run a whole lot. He was able to pick up a 20-yard carry. We even saw Raheem Blackshear get 2 carries for 1 yard, and of course DJ Moore on that reverse only was able to get about 3 yards. But overall, the Panthers had 36 carries for 169 yards, 4.7 yards per carry, 3 touchdowns. The longest run of the day was a 20-yard run by PJ Walker. Now, the Panthers' offensive line continues to improve and get better. Still some things to work on. It's definitely not a finished product, but as far as protection go, PJ Walker was only sacked 1 time for an 8-yard loss. So a quarterback dropped back 36 times and only sacked once. That's saying a lot about the job that offensive line coach James Campen has been doing here for the Panthers. So I just think that that we really just we just seem to be more efficient offensively. Like, when was the last time we scored 34 points in a game? It's been a long time. I really couldn't tell you. I know we had 24 points the opening game against Cleveland, and I think so far that that was our season high, if I recall correctly. Right. Now, as far as from a receiving point of view, with a 300-yard game, you like to see how the receivers did. Out of those yards, DJ Moore had half of them. He had 6. He was targeted 11 times for 6 catches, 152 yards, 25.3 yards per catch, 1 TD. And, of course, his longest catch was a 62-yard Hail Mary that had a controversial penalty, when he took his helmet off after leaving the end zone. We'll go over that here in just a moment. A nice breakout party, you would say, for Terrence Marshall Jr. He was targeted 9 times for 4 catches, 87 yards, 21.8 yards per catch. His longest catch was 39 yards. We even had a Stephen Sullivan sighting, the third tight end. He had a nice 33-yard reception on a beautiful pass. He was targeted twice. The return of Laviska Shenault Jr., our little wild card player. 5 catches, 26 yards, 13 yards was the longest, 5.2 yards per carry. The rest was just by the tight ends. Tommy Tremble, 2 for 17. Ian Thomas, 1 for 2. I don't know what it is. It seems like every game Ian Thomas is getting a tight end screen. I don't know if that was part of his contract extension or not, but I'm constantly seeing it every game. So definitely not sure what that's all about. But, because I've yet to seen it break. I'd rather see him going downfield, and seeing anywhere from, 10 to 15 yards, seeing if he's going to, get the ball. So, again, not sure why he's getting so many tight end screens thrown to him, because we've yet seen one break. So, yeah. So, that's pretty much the breakdown of the stats of the team. Now, just to go a little bit further, let's take a look at the grades here. As you see coming up right now, with the scores of the grades on offense, Dante Foreman, 84.3 overall offensive grade. Terrence Marshall Jr., 7, and Laviska Shenault both had 75.1. For his limited rep, Stephen Sullivan had 73.8. Our best lineman grades were our tackles, Ekwonu and Moulton. Both of them had 70. Then DJ Moore had 66.7, grade. Now, it's kind of odd that even though he had 6 catches for 152 yards, his grade is his grade is actually lower than Laviska Shenault, who had 5 catches for 26 yards. Something about the math not mathing, but hey, it is what it is. PJ Walker, 64.4 with his. Austin Corbett, the right guard, 63.4. Brady Christensen, 61.2. It's like I say, you see him go down the list here, you just see how we get down into the 40 range. Now, the one that surprised me the most was the fall of the grade of Bradley Bozeman at 46.7. Last week he was the highest rated one at like 93.9. So that's literally cut in half. So I definitely look forward to getting on all 22 and seeing for myself to figure out what happened for him to get that low of a grade. I know you're looking at his, like, what Cam Irvin played yesterday. Yeah, actually, the Panthers, when they went to their heavy O-line packages where they had a 6 offensive lineman, Cam Irvin was that 6 offensive lineman. So that's how he was able to get those reps. But yeah, but overall though, the Panthers offense definitely did enough to win. Like I said, anytime you put up 34 points, you feel like you should be able to win the game. But get back to you fan questions here for just a moment before I deep dive into these different grades here. Let me see, pull back up to the screen so I can read these comments. Let's see. I blame the loss on DJ. You can't do that in that moment. I get why people are saying that, but again, if you're someone that's played, football, whether it's high school, college, semi-pro, understand that in the moment of a big play like that, after the drop he had to, previously, when you're in the moment, when you're in a zone of a huge improbable play that probably had a less than a 5% chance of working, your emotions take over. Now, ICP, I hear you saying that you blame the loss on DJ, but it's been broken down by several, not only coaches, but NFL officials got online and said that penalty should not have been called on DJ Moore, because they showed several examples just yesterday alone where other players on other teams had their helmet off in the end zone and were not penalized and were not flagged. So, I get, the initial feeling that, blaming it on him because that penalty was, sent the extra point back. But if we're talking about consistency around the league, this call definitely should not have been called against us. That's definitely some home cooking. So, appreciate your comment, but I definitely got to disagree with you on that one there. All right, we got Charlton Massey here. All right, I see you, fellow Tar Heel. So I'm rocking today as well. Go Heels. But I blame the kicker. He missed 2 field goals, and the second one was closer. Yeah, that's where my blame goes to, on our kicker, Eddie Pinheiro. It didn't help that a picture was released of him taking selfies during pregame warmups. Like, why are you taking selfies and not practicing the kicks that you're about to miss? But even though the venom and the rage for him is warranted, all this talk about, want him cut. Listen, finding the NFL kicker is hard. Is hard work, and I know that he picked a bad day to have a bad day yesterday, but he's been filling in and been solid for us all year. Prior to this game, he had only missed one, and that was like I believe a 40-yarder or 41-yarder against the 49ers that he missed. But outside of that, prior to yesterday, he had only missed one kick all year. So I can definitely understand in the moment being mad and definitely his blame, but to call for that man to lose his job, I'm not signing on for that one. But I definitely agree that that's where I place the blame at, because penalty or not, you had 2 opportunities that you normally make that you didn't make. So, Ace Williams, is this a product of no rule or no McCaffrey? I'm gonna go more so along the lines of this is a product of no rule. As I said in my introductory, the team just seemed to be playing with a passion. They seem to be having fun out there again. It seemed like they were starting to go through the motions with Matt Rule, and that energy was picked up by Dave Tepper, and I think that's one of the reasons why he decided to go with the move to fire Matt Rule. But I definitely think this is a product of no rule, because it seemed like McAdoo is just calling a much better game plan since then. Now, outside of the game plan against the Rams, which was very, very, what's the word I want to use here? Very pedestrian. Basically all passes were dump offs and short screens behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing like the air and out we've been seeing the last 2 games. I so wish that we could have probably, did this over again at the Rams, because we probably could have won it if PJ Walker was allowed to be more aggressive. But I get it. It was the first game after the firing of Matt Rule. So, it is what it is. Now, as far as no McCaffrey, I would say that not having McCaffrey has forced uh, the coaching staff, particularly McAdoo, to get everybody involved instead of just trying to force feed everything through McCaffrey. So I would say that he probably got a 25% role in it, the offense production, but 75% goes to, from in my opinion, Matt Rule not being there. John B. Jenkins, what are your thoughts on PJ moving forward, specifically after making that Hail Mary? My thoughts on moving forward, I think that PJ Walker should be the Panthers starting quarterback for the remainder of the season. I think that PJ Walker should be the bridge quarterback that we use to bridge the gap between, the new quarterback that we're going to more than all likely add in the draft. No offense to Matt Corral, but he's the only quarterback on the contract as right now because PJ Walker only signed a 1-year deal for like $1.5 million. So if we bring PJ back, we definitely going to have to pay him a little bit, pay him better than that. But I'm all for open competition battle. Matt Corral coming back from a Liz Frank injury that usually takes 2 years to fully recover and heal from. But I know that he'll definitely be out there giving it his all. I'm all for open quarterback competition. Let the best man win. But I think PJ has definitely earning the right to be around and to be the bridge quarterback that we need moving forward into next season. All right. All right. So let's talk about the Panthers defense. It seems like they switched up and you know what? Before I get to the Panthers defense, let me take a quick look at some of these premium stats by PFF here real quickly. I took a look at the offense grade. Let's take a look at the quick breakdown of the pass here. All right, so with the passing, hold up there. Let's go back there real quick. Okay, so with the passing chart breakdown here, as you see at the top is broken down by left, middle, and right. Seems that with PJ Walker, looked like he had a lot of success throwing in the middle of the field down the seams. Looking at the 5 for 6, short between the numbers between 0 and 10 yards, 3 for 5, 81 yards between 10 yards and 20 yards, and then 21 yards in the middle beyond 20. All right, and just take a look at how many times he was pressed. So he was only sacked once. So it looks like he was kept clean. Let's see, on 31 or 32 dropbacks, if I'm reading that correctly. All right, looked like he was only under pressure 6 times. So again, that's damn good protection that he was getting. Can't wait to see the O-line blocking grades here. Atlanta didn't blitz that much. They only blitzed him 6 times. All right. Let's look at the type of passing that PJ Walker had. Looks like, all right, we were 6 for 11 on play action passes. No play action. Looked like we were 13 for 20. He was 13 for 25. Now he got that screen game down pat, 7 out of 8. And no screens, 12 out of 28. So again, it looks like, when PJ Zax just stand back in the pocket and sling that thing, just be a pure pocket passer. It seems that's where he got a majority of his yards. Because I want to see more than 31 yards on play action. But like I said, he definitely. I think this is where a lot of his misses, those 2 big misses, came from earlier as well. That were touchdowns. I think this will be a lot higher because, if I'm not mistaken, those definitely came off of play action. Scroll down a little bit here. All right. So passing depth. A lot of fans are, particularly the Baker Bros. They're saying, "Oh, he doesn't do nothing but short stuff." Well, let's take a look here. Like I said, there was some misses. Deep 20 yards and above, only 2 for 8. Medium 10 to 19 yards, he was 6 for 12. Short, he was 5 for 8. And behind the line of scrimmage, he was 6 for 7. Let's see. Wow, only 1 drop yesterday. That's not bad at all. So that's just a quick breakdown of the passing of PJ Walker yesterday. Let's go back here and let's take a look at the receiving. All right, so DJ Moore, who did he cook up here? Well, looks like the Hail Mary is being charged to former Panther safety Dean Marlowe. 1 catch for 62 yards. Now the Falcons, they did have their 2 starting corners that didn't play yesterday. Let's see, so Darren Hall and Cornell Armstrong. They were the ones that gave up the other yards outside of the Hail Mary to DJ Moore. Let's take a look at everybody else. I can say 6 receptions on 11 targets. So so a little like anybody who guarded DJ yesterday pretty much got that work for the most part. Scrolling down here to Terrence, see who he like he was matched up a lot by Cornell Armstrong, because I see 6 of the 9 targets was when Cornell Armstrong was guarding him. Looks like it was only for 1 reception for 27 yards. He got Isaiah Oliver for a 39-yarder. Yep. Okay, I see that. So that's where the bulk of his yards came from. LaVisca, short stuff, as you see. Like I say, screen game, quick pass. So, 5 for 26, not really much to talk about there. I saw Tommy Tremble open a few times. I think he, let's see, 4 targets, 2 receptions, 17 yards. I think Tommy Tremble is capable of doing more if given the opportunity. So I just leave that there. And Ian Thomas, the infamous screen man, 1 for 2, 1 reception for 2 yards. And Shy Smith, we'll let that go. JD not on tonight, so I'm gonna let that man be great. And Stephen Sullivan caught the ball over Richie Grant for 33 yards. Okay. All right. That looks like that takes care of the receiving. All right, let's take a look at the rushing direction for Foreman. Let's see where he was getting his work. Where he was getting his work done on. Let's see here. All right, out of his 26 attempts, let's see here. All right, I'm gonna break these down by gaps here. I know it says middle left, middle right, left guard, left tackle, right tackle, left end, right end. Pretty much here, middle right is the A gap to the right of the center. Middle left is the A gap to the left of the center. Again, run behind Bozeman. On either side of Bozeman, 6.3 yards per carry to the left, 5.8 yards per carry to the right. So just off the two A gaps, 9 of his 26 carries came from, and that's where he was able to pick up, let's see, about 54 yards. So yeah, so nearly almost half his total came up the A gap. So that's let you know that interior offensive line is definitely getting a better push there. Let's see, and then outside of that, let's see, 6 times off the left guard. That's Brady Christensen, only got 3.5 yards. 2 times off of Iquanu for 5 yards. And then I guess outside whatever tight end, two runs for 11 yards, 5.5. But both his touchdowns came on that left side though, so good job by the left side of the O line, Brady and Akeem to open up when it was time to push it in the end zone. Then look to the right side here, off of Austin Corbett. Looking at three catches, 3 carries for 18 yards, 6 yards a carry. Got a touchdown off that side. Running off of Moulton at right tackle, 1 carry for 4 yards. Then running, like sweep plays to the right. Really didn't get anything productive there. 3 carries for 5 yards. So looks like the strength of Dante Foreman, a lot of it was through the middle and off guard. So A and B gap is where it seems that where Dante Foreman's getting a lot of his work, a lot of his production as well. Left side, strong side. I know that's right. Will. Let's see. And let's see what my trench. Let's get some blocking. Yeah, let's take a look at these pass blocking grades. Let's see who was up to task here. What more can I say? My rookie left tackle, Iquanu, leading the way, pass blocking grade 90.6. Taylor Moulton, right tackle, 82.6. Brady Christensen, 78.1. Again, Brady Christensen is definitely a decent, solid pass blocking left guard for us. Dante Foreman, and blitz pickup, 76.7. That's pretty good. Austin Corbett, 73.7. So solid protection, all the way around. Like I said, Ian Thomas, not bad, 63.3. That's like a C minus. We'll take that. But Bozeman, I got to get in here and watch this. I gotta see where this 29.8 came from, because he didn't give up a sack, he didn't give up a hit, he didn't give up a hurry, and we just saw that running off both A gaps is where Dante Foreman got a lot of his yardage. So it's just puzzling to me how he got that grade if he didn't give up any pressure on the quarterback and the running back was eating good off his side all day. So I definitely want to get a good deep dive, and I'll probably do a follow-up post and tweet about that. Right. Now let's get to the let's just get to the run blocking here. Okay. Wow. Surprisingly, the best run blocker lineman was Moulton yesterday, 66.5. Let's see, not too far behind was Iquanu. So again, our tackles leading the way, both in the run and the passing game. Give it up to our receivers blocking downfield that helped spring some of those runs performing. Shi Smith, 61.7. Terrence Marshall, 61.5. Don't know what kind of run blocking Dante Foreman was doing, but okay. So starting to get concerned here when you get below 60 here. Austin Corbett, he's more of a pass blocking, but he does flash from time to time in the run game. Cam Irvin, 57.8. You know, for the 3 plays he came in, I mean, I'll take that from him. Brady Christensen improved from last week. He was at like a 37 last week, if I remember correctly. This week in run blocking, he's up at a 55. So he is trending. Still some work to be done, but he's trending. A little surprised here with Tommy Tremble because he was known as a blocking tight end coming out of Notre Dame. So to have a 52.9 run block kind of surprised me there. Bozeman, 50.8 run blocking grade. Our tight end / fullback, Richie, 45.8. Again, Ian Thomas, 44.6. You know what? DJ Moore with a 39.2. You know, when you got 6 catches for 155 yards, I could be all right if you didn't have your best run blocking day. I'll tell you that much. Now, scroll over here a little bit to the right. You know, we get the breakdown of the blocking. Here at the top, you see where it says zone, and you see where it says gap. Zone blocking is, you know, where we everybody steps to the left, steps to the right to try to open up lanes and creases. Gap blocking, that's straight man on man. Whoever's in front of you, you know, usually double team on the defensive tackles and slide on off with one of them sliding off to the next level to the linebackers here. So let's take a look here at with Moulton here. Like he was doing his thing, man blocking 1-on-1, 74.5. Zone blocking 56.6. Could definitely be better, but you know, that's not abysmal, but definitely room for improvement here. Surprisingly, Iquanu, he graded out better as a zone blocker yesterday than he did a man blocker. It's usually the opposite way around. So maybe he's trying to get it all figured out as far as being able to do both effectively. Let's see, Austin Corbett. Again, man blocking, not bad, 65.6 versus zone blocking, 51.8. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. This is the surprising part for me because this is what I said been missing from Brady Christensen's game. In gap blocking, he had a grade of 68.1. That's a career high for him. In zone blocking, which is his specialty because he's so athletic, only had a 44.9. Like I said, if Brady Christensen can keep that type of production going in man blocking, wow, that'll go a long way to goes towards me feeling confident myself in him being a long-term solution at the left guard spot. And then again with Bozeman, really not too much of a huge difference. 58.3 man blocking, 48.8. Again, I'm gonna have to jump into film and take a look and see what's going on. But yo, how about our wide receiver DJ Moore? I just caught the end of it. He had the best run blocking grade. If I'm going to see 75.4. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, shout out to DJ Moore. He blaming him for the loss. I mean, hey, obviously he was his blocking game is definitely came a long way. All right, so I jump on the defense here. Let me get to get some of this, some of these comments here. ICP, I address yours. Charlton Mass, I address yours. Ace Williams, I address yours. John B. Jenkins, I just logged on, so if you covered this already, my apologies. No problem. This is by the Hail Mary. All right, here we go. Darius Jones. He says, we need a pass rush bad. We didn't lose that game because of QB play. Darius, I totally agree with you. We need somebody else on the side of opposite of Burns. As much as I like him, Util Gross-Matos, just in spite of getting a start every week, he's just not applying the pressure that we need, that I think that he's capable of. And I've been one of his biggest supporters from day one. But and also surprisingly, Marquise Haynes, I haven't heard hardly anything from him this season here. I like to think that he didn't relax after getting his contract extension in the off season for 3 years, but we're sorely lacking that other pass rusher, because Brian Burns, for the most part, is the one that's getting the most attention on passing downs, with the double teams and everything. So need one of these other guys take advantage of their one-on-one blocks and home in. All right, so definitely keep dropping comments here, Panther fans. As far as the defense here goes, wow, what can we say about Derrick Brown? Derrick Brown had a monster game. Derrick Brown had a total of 12 tackles. 12 tackles is the most by a Panthers defensive lineman since the year 2000. He had a total of 12 tackles. He had a half a sack. He had a tackle for loss. And he had a quarterback hit. He was pretty much disrupting the Falcons a lot. Now I know that when you look at the yards, they almost rushed for the same yardage we did. Falcons had 37 carries, 167 yards, but a lot of times though, Derrick Brown was making it hard on everybody else. I put it like that. But Shaq Thompson led the way as a captain should. He had 13 tackles. Miles Hartsfield had 7 tackles along with Brian Burns. Brian Burns, in addition, had 2 hits on the quarterback. You took Gross-Matos, he got that shared that half a sack with Derrick Brown. He had 6 tackles easily and 2 quarterbacks hit, so easily his best performance of the year. Hopefully this leaves him producing more, but just take everything one game at a time. Xavier Woods and Frankie Louvu each had 5 tackles. Frankie put up a nice stat line: 5 tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, and a quarterback hit. Frankie Louvu, we miss you. If he's not, he's got to be one of the top priority free agent re-signings that we do here. We can't let him even breathe talking to anybody else. Matt Iodonis had another solid game as well for us. I saw him be disruptive. And then, of course, C.J. Henderson and Dante Jackson had the 2 interceptions. Keith Taylor had 2 pass deflections. C.J. Henderson also had 2 pass deflections. So easily, this is C.J. Henderson's best game of the season. Easily. He's been catching hell, and rightfully so. But he definitely, outside of that play that they gave up to Demir Bird, and I think Shaq was responsible for giving up to Kyle Pitts when he had that big long reception. But outside of that, overall, I think they did well. So just taking a look at some of the other stats from the game. Team stats from a defensive point of view. The Panthers gave up to Atlanta 406 yards, gave up 21 first downs, 14 passing first downs, 7 rushing first downs. With Mariota, he was 20 for 28, 253, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That's a pretty good, efficient day for him outside of 2 interceptions. Falcons were 6 of 12 on third down. That's 50%. That's way too high. And he was sacked twice. Sacked twice by us. So, like I said, we definitely got to turn up the heat. As far as penalties go, the Falcons had 7 penalties for 64 yards and 2 turnovers. All right. Now, as far as the effort of the defense, though, just my thoughts on the defensive performance before we take a look at these defensive grades. I just think that the defense just picked the wrong time to have a off day. But you know what? They've been carrying the team nearly all season after week 1. So they were due for a game like this. It happens. We can't expect them to always, go without, taking their lumps as well. But I expect the defense to come back with a strong showing this upcoming week of against Cincinnati. And I think we're going to get, if I'm not mistaken, Jeremy Chin back as well. Got to see what's up with Dante Jackson because I saw he kind of limped off the game. I know a lot of fans get frustrated, with Dante Jackson sometimes with his play, but the guy's a turnover machine. Since 2018, no other cornerback in the NFL has more interceptions than Dante Jackson. So, I'll just leave that there. All right. Now, let's take a quick look at some of these grades here for the Panthers defense. Again, C.J. Henderson leading the way with 91.1. Coverage grade of 92. Run defense 65.2. I'll take this. I take this type of performance, so like I said, minus the Demir Bird touchdown run. I'll take that type of performance every day. Every time we play from C.J. Henderson. The aforementioned Dante Jackson, 83.5. Derrick Brown and his 12 tackles got him an 80.9. Frankie Luvu, 75.1. Sean Chandler, 70.3. I believe I forgot who he filled in for. Yeah, when Justin Burris went out. Yeah, that's how he was able to get reps. Ooh, excuse me. Taking a look here, linebacker Damian Wilson. Not too bad. 66.6. Again, easily gross model's best day, 64.7. For us, looked like he was pretty even in run defense and pass rushing. So, again, a good sign. But like I say, he's definitely got to build upon this and bring it more often. Now, Brian Burns looked like he struggled with the run yesterday, 47.5. Still had a good pass rush performance. So looks like as I'm just scrolling through here. Oh, wow, Barno got a rep yesterday. I missed that one. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see Brandon Smith get on the field. That's what I'm looking forward to. Let's see, Shaq Thompson, 87.2 in the run game, but in coverage 29.6. Every time I see Shaq struggling coverage, that's just surprising me considering he was a safety in college. So, just one thing that I noticed. Like I said, rest. Like I said, once you get under 60, is just, whew, yeah, definitely needs some improvement. Matt Iodonis, Marquane McCall, John Littleton, Miles Hartsfield. Yeah, like I said, you give up 130 30-something yards to the Falcons. Yeah, your run defense grades are not going to be looking too good. The return of Bravon Roy looks like he, you can tell he's just getting back because, 27.9. Yikes. All right, so let's see what the next defensive stat is. Let's see. Yeah, let's see who's giving up these yards on run defense. All right, let's see. Look like Shaq had 2 stops on the run. Frankie Louisville had 4, along with Derek Brown. Wow, Util Gross Matos also had 4 stops in the run game. Yeah, there we go. It's definitely interesting seeing that based on the overall grades here. Let's see who had some missed tackles. I see why. Yeah, Brian Burns had 3 missed tackles. Frankie Louisville had 2, playing linebacker that comes with the territory. Miles Hartsfield 1, Corey Littleton 1. So I'm willing to believe that a lot of those off tackle runs that Huntley was able to go for, this was coming at Burns, and I think that's what brought his grade down. Had to be, Take a look here. All right, this is run defense. Let's jump over here and look at pass defense here. Pass rush. Or shall I say lack thereof. Let's see. Okay, I guess I can't get my hat, so that's okay. All right, because I was trying to say, hold up, that says only 2 sacks, but I forgot Util Gross Matos and Derek Brown split a sack, so even though it showed up 0.5 in here, it's showing 1. Okay, I see it now. But yeah, we gotta get a better pass rush going on here. I say Brian Burns cannot be the only one to get sacks from our defensive end position, and definitely wouldn't mind seeing a few from our defensive tackle position. Like I said, I know Derek Brown got in with Gross Matos for half of one. Matt Iodonis, he's definitely capable. He's been close a few times. I'm looking at players like Marquise Haynes here. But like he got he got a hurry and he got a hit on looks like 10 pass rush reps. All right, looks like the when we blitz Miles Hartsfield here, he got a quarterback hurry down here at the bottom. All right, so overall, scroll up a little bit here. So it was 2 sacks. Let's see how many hits. Scroll up a little bit. Up the other way. Or scroll down. I'm sorry. On my apologies. Scroll down. Okay, so let's see. 2 sacks. Looks like 5 hits and 14 hurries yesterday by the Panthers. So, I mean, Derek Brown got 4 hurries yesterday. I mean, he was, yeah, Derek Brown looked like he's trying to get on that all-pro team at the rate that he's playing. Because like every week he's getting just better and better. All right, let's go to the next category here. Let's see, it was pass rush. What's the next one? Coverage. Yeah, this is why I miss you at JD. You definitely would have had more insight on it, but we'll catch you next week. Let's take a look here. CJ Henderson, 92. Dante Jackson, 85.6. I don't know how to feel about Brian Burns. Well, it was only one time, so I mean, hey, he's capable, but just don't care too much for it. All right, look like they kept the damage to the minimum. On 3 targets, CJ Henderson only gave up 47 yards on 4 targets, 3 receptions. Dante Jackson only gave up 32. Well, like I say, Shaq, they targeted Shaq. If you look down here at the bottom, 6 targets, 6 receptions for 94 yards. Ouch! That's how you get a 29.6 in coverage. That's definitely an area that they saw on film and they definitely attacked him at. So put linebacker down as a place that we need to upgrade at in the offseason. Definitely. Let's see. All right, let's take a look at these coverage matchups here real quick. Yeah, like I said, look like they took turns abusing Shaq Thompson yesterday. So here's how you see that. Even though he led the team in tackles, this is why he had to tackle basically everybody who caught a pass on him. Don't have no problem him tackling Demir Bird for 8 yards, but Kyle Pitts for 42 yards, and the running back Algeria for 25 yards. Yeah, that's a lot there. That's about 2/3 of where his yards came from. All right, let's look next up to Miles Hartsfield. He kept the minimum. He kept the damage minimum. Yeah, it was a 4 for 4, but only for 16 yards. For Miles Hartsfield, I take that all day, every day. All right, let's get up here to Dante Jackson. He gave up 10 yards on 1 catch to Kyle Pitts, 1 for 17 yards to Drake London, and 1 to Tyler Algeria, whatever his name is. But again, overall, 3 receptions on 4 targets for 32 yards. I'll take that, especially considering he got the interception to start the game. So CJ Henderson easily having the top pass coverage game. He didn't get targeted that much at all. Targeted 3 times for gave up that 47-yard, like I say, touchdown to Demir Bird. Like I say, you take that out. C.J. Henderson might have a perfect game. So that's letting you know how good his pass coverage was, that he still got a 92 despite giving up a 47-yard touchdown. That means everybody else, blanket. All right, let's see. Xavier Woods was victim of Kyle Pitts. He gave one catch for 26 yards. Yeah. Got to work on that because that brought him down to 40.2. Crazy how one play can, based on the grading, can take you down through that. Frankie Luvu only gave it 2 catches for 19 yards. I'm good with that. My man, Keith Taylor. Yo, he the new Kyle Pitts stopper. Look at that. 0-0-0 for Kyle Pitts when covered by Keith Taylor. Yo, he's going to be the secret weapon next time. I'm trying to tell you guys. Gave up 1 catch for 8 yards. So now I know some of y'all will be like, well, you know, he must not be covering, you know, saying nobody because he's only got, you know, a few targets. That's let you know that the quarterback's not looking his way. Let's see, Corey Littleton, Kyle Pitts, not good. Oh, excuse me. Justin Burris gave up the 12-yarder to Demir Bird. I believe that was for a first down. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was one of those third downs that we had him in 3rd and long, and he gave that up. So, wow, they're really not targeting J.C. Horn. Wow. But again, this is what the grade goes out. So he's got a pass coverage rate of 57.9, but he was only targeted 1 time for 1 reception for a negative yard. So again, I would love to speak to someone at PFF and be like, how does this work? 1 catch for negative 1 yard, and I got a 57.9 for coverage. Like, can he at least be targeted 5 times a game? You know. You know, so that looks like the breakdown of the coverage here. Scroll on down a little bit here for me. Scroll up more. Yeah, so as you see, we were able to see which player got covered, which opposing player, and you know, targets and receptions and all that. So whenever we're quoting this stuff out on social media, whether it's Facebook or Twitter, this is why we have these answers when we talk. This allows us to have that access. Well, let's see. Do we really want to look at special teams? You know what? Here, let's just quickly go through special teams and see how they look. Because I don't think I've take a look at them before on a deep level. Man, do we have to look at field goals? That one miss. I mean, there's really not a tell there. 4 returns for 46 yards. Let's take a look at our real good punter here. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. Johnny Hecker. Let's see. 47 yards. Average. One return for 19 yards. We definitely have a solid punter. He definitely should be getting Pro Bowl consideration. I mean, you know. All right, well, that'll do it for going through and checking out the stats here. So, again, you guys, it was just, like I said, a tough loss. Between the excitement of the Hail Mary to the crushing defeat of missed kicks. I mean, it was just it's going to take a while to get over this one, but we got to push forward. We got Cincinnati coming up on Fox at 1 o'clock. That's coming Sunday. Now they will be without. They're going to be without star wide receiver Jamar Chase, but they still have very other formidable weapons. Oh, excuse me, in Higgins and Boyd. Let's see if I could take a quick peek right now. Oh, they is getting smoked. I just took a look at the score. Cleveland 36, Cincinnati 6. 7 minutes, 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ouch. Yeah, so this could possibly be a get right game for us. Wow. Yeah, wasn't expecting to see that score. Yeah, but we got to shake this off because we're going to see Atlanta again in 10 days, a week from this coming Thursday. Thursday Night Football is supposed to be an all-black game. I think the Panthers are going to unveil their black helmets for the first time. I know a lot of y'all have been calling for black helmets, guys, as long as I've been in social media. So we're gonna funeralize them Atlanta Falcons, and this time we're not going to leave it in the hands of a kicker. So they're already talking about sweeping us. We definitely can't let that happen. We're already disappointed on Keep Pounding Day for Sam Mills. I'm trying to go 1-0 in these black helmets. So definitely looking forward to seeing the team bounce back, get healthy, and come out and go on the road and get this dub at Cincinnati. All right, well, that about wrap it up for this edition of the Four-Man Rush. Again, the rest of the fellas, they had other commitments, so I appreciate you rocking it out with me. Appreciate your comments. Appreciate how you guys interact with us on social media. Just thank you for just making Four-Man Rush what we are, and we definitely don't take you guys for granted. And even if we don't agree, on certain football matters, we can always agree to disagree and push forward. So I got a couple late comments here. Tyree Ross, what's going on, fellas? What's up, Tyree? And Susie Chastain, that was a great game on Sunday. We were just 4 points short. Yeah, Susie, I know. I mean, things happen. I know Wilkes came out and said that the pick six by P.J. Walker wasn't his fault. It was more error on the tackle and the running back. They would know what type of play how it was designed, how it's supposed to be executed. So I take his word at that. But yeah, we're gonna get our lit back though in 10 days. So don't worry. We gotta, in the words of the great Bill Belichick, we're on to Cincinnati, literally. So definitely got to go up there because they're gonna be looking to get back right, because right now they're getting their ass whipped 32-6 by the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. So they so it's the Battle of the Queen Cities, because for those that don't know, Cincinnati also calls itself the Queen City. So we're gonna have to go up there and whip some ass and take our title back back with us. Yeah. But again, thank you guys. So on behalf of everyone here at the Four Man Rush, 2-6, but there's a lot of football left to be played. We only 2 games behind first place, as bad as it looks. Anything can happen, so we just got to hang in there and continue to see improved payment by the team in all 3 areas, and we'll just let the chips fall where they may. All right, but again, thank you guys. I appreciate everything. I appreciate everything, and I catch each and every one of you out there on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Appreciate it. Catch you guys on the next time. What a rush. Keep pounding.